talked over the phone and got set up, and it was the best decision I ever made. Like, I didn't think that it would work for me, but oh my gosh.
Celeste, if you would like, why don't you share a little bit about yourself, where you're from, a little bit about you in general.
Sure. So I live in Fremont, Nebraska. I've lived here for about 7 years now. I am married. I live with my husband. I work in retail. I've been in retail at my current job for about 2 years now. I have a cat and a dog. Not anything more vibrant and ongoing more than that. I've lived in Fremont for about 7 years. My husband and I have been married going on 5 years come October. So that's pretty much it.
Awesome, cool. And Celeste, I know, we've spent a lot of time together, but you've been on quite the journey here.
Yes.
Your fitness and your health and everything. So why don't you jump into kind of like where you were before on your own, because I know before you joined, you're kind of working on your own journey. And then what was like the spark, I guess, that caused you to come on board with us and join like the Coach Hayward family?
Sure. So before I found out I had hypothyroidism through my doctor, and they set me up with a dietitian, and I followed that diet. I was able to get lost like 80 pounds within like 6 months. It was a whole work in process thing. And then I got to a plateau. I was stuck at 260. I would lose 2 pounds, gain it back, lose 2 pounds, gain it back. It's frustrating. Like, I was like, why am I not losing any more weight? And so I raised my calorie intake a little bit, and then I kept like gaining more weight, and I was like, nope, I can't do that. So then I lowered it back down. I got down to 250 one time, and then I gained all that weight back. And so I was like, okay, I need something else. I need something different. I need something that's going to work for me. And so I got on Instagram one day, and I don't remember what page I had followed, but you came across it. And I had like kind of like just been watching and stuff. And I was very skeptical at first because I thought that your group was basically for the fit people. And I was like, no, that's not going to be for me. And then lo and behold, one day you messaged me and you were like, hey, are you interested? And I was like, sure, yeah. And we talked over the phone and got set up, and it was the best decision I ever made. Like, I didn't think that it would work for me, but oh my gosh, it was phenomenal. It was the best life decision I ever made for myself.
That's amazing, Celeste. That's amazing. I mean, because you've been on your own journey before, like you said, you made some great progress. You're working hard, and then you hit that barrier, and that's where most people quit, is when they hit that plateau and they're like so frustrated, trying all these things online stuff, and can't make that change. So when you did come on board and whatnot, like what did you find were like some of your past struggles that you used to struggle with, and what were some of the things that like you were able to overcome in this program that really made that difference for you on this journey?
So the main struggle I was having was I suffered from depression and anxiety, and that's all like mental. And so there would be days like, that little voice in your head that you hear constantly. It was like talking to me, and it was like, oh, come on, you can have that bag of chips. Oh, come on, you can have that cookie, or, oh, you can have the ice cream. And there were a lot of times that I would give in to that because beforehand, that was my comfort. I felt, food was my comfort. Any kind of day I was stressed, I'd turn to food. Any kind of day I was emotional, I'd turn to food. So yeah, it was an emotional, like, feeding zone for me. And one day I was like, you know what, I can't do this, because if I'm going to be on this weight loss, I can't be feeding into my junk food voice. I need to fight this. And so I took it upon myself to discipline my mind. I was like, okay, the best thing I need to do is throw out all the food that is not supposed to be in my house. So I gave it all to my husband. I said, here, take it to work, get it out of the house now. And I broke that barrier. I was like, I need to set my mind on a positive cycle. I need to focus. I need to be consistent. I need to be determined. I need to work towards this because this is going to be something that I need to do for myself. And Caden, it was amazing. Like, once I got my mind disciplined, it was like the weight just, dropped drastically. And then I got set up with a trainer at a gym. He showed me like the proper workouts, showed me how to lift weights properly, taught me like how to tone my body up, work my arms, my abs, my legs, I'm still working on the derriere, but hey, it'll get there. But yeah, he was amazing. He taught me a lot. And you guys taught me a lot too. And Diane, oh my gosh, just talking to her, she's so knowledgeable. She's full of information. And I learned a lot from her, knowing that she has hypothyroidism too. Yeah. Like, I thought there were foods that I couldn't eat because it would affect my thyroid. And she's like, no. She said, that's internal. She said, you can eat basically whatever you want. It's just, you need to learn your portion control and just watch what food you eat. And so I started gaining her knowledge and taking it into effect into my life. And so I would constantly just reach out to her, and she would reach out to me, ask me how I was doing, whether any changes that needed to be made, how was I feeling emotionally, physically, all that. And so it really gave me a lot of confidence knowing that somebody was behind me, rooting me on, and the group was amazing. Everybody in the group was doing phenomenal, and just rooting each other on was something that I needed. And my husband was a great support system too, because he was rooting me on as well. So I had a lot of support from everybody. And I think that's what helps. Is when you have that big group of people that stand behind you, it's what's going to make you achieve your goals.
100%. That's amazing. And like you said too, it's like, I don't think a lot of people take into account on how important is the mental side of things, and how important it is to build that mental callus that we always talk about. And you've obviously done it. You're fully set now, which is amazing. So what would you say, because I know you've had so many like pretty crazy accomplishments here. You did the charity bike and everything. What would you say, like, some of your most proud accomplishments that you'd want to share?
So just feeling my clothes, just watching the clothes that I had. When I started with CH, I was in a size 3X, and it was discouraging for me because I was all like, I had been big ever since I got out of high school, and I didn't want to live in that body anymore. I wanted to be more fit. I wanted to look good. I wanted to have that confidence because I didn't have any confidence in myself. I had very low self-esteem. And I was all like, okay, this is good. My clothes are fitting looser on me now. And I had to go through my closet 4 times to clean it all out because I had lost so much weight. And now this is an extra large shirt I'm wearing. I can fit into smaller jeans now. It's just been great. It's been a confident booster for me, for one, because I can go out and buy clothes and try them on, and they actually fit me and they look good on me. And so, yeah, that was beforehand, that was something that I struggled with. And I didn't have that confidence in me. And I felt like I felt ick. I had that ick feeling all the time when I would put clothes on and look in the mirror. Like, for the longest time, it took me to not see myself as heavy Celeste. Because every time I would look in the mirror, I'd always see myself heavy.
Yeah.
Now, when I look in the mirror, I don't see that anymore. I see myself at 161, and it's amazing. So
that's amazing. That is so, oh, I love that. That is heartfelt. I love
yeah.
that. And yeah, and it's I love that too, because it's like it wasn't like your biggest accomplishment. It wasn't just losing, because you've lost over 90 something pounds here. It wasn't just that.
100.
100. There we go. Like, unbelievable. But it wasn't even the scale that was the accomplishment. Like for you, like you said, it was the feeling. It was the being able to feel amazing in your clothing, have that confidence. And you've been battling with this for so long, and it's like you finally took that step forward for yourself, and you finally made it happen. And it's like you built that mental callus. So
yeah.
What would you say though to Celeste? Because I'm really happy to have you on here today, because I know a lot of women like yourself, they struggle with the hypothyroidism, they struggle with the binge eating, they struggle with the stress eating and stuff, and they want to make that change, yet they're just on that fence, and you've probably been there. So what would you say to a girl like you who is in your position, who was in your position, and they want to make that change, but they're just on that fence?
Well, for starters, it starts with your mind. You got to get your mind in that discipline mode. You've got to stay consistent. You've got to reach out to your coaches. They are there for you 100%. They know what it's like. They've been there before. You, Kaiten, apparently have been in those shoes, so you know what it's like. Make it a goal for yourself. If you want to become better, if you want to become healthier, if you want to look better in your skin, in your clothes, just all over body confidence and everything, you need to focus on yourself, get that mind control, get yourself in that whole mental apparatus. Because if you don't have your mind aligned with your body, you won't make it. You'll fail. And I stuck with my meal plan. I stuck with my workout plan. I reached out to you guys. I rooted other people on. Even when I was having a bad day, I rooted people on, because I was all like, if I'm going to be down, it's going to bring them down too. So when I having my bad days, I would get into the CH group and be like, okay, this is where I need to be. This is the uplifting that I need to make my day better. And it would like give me that uplift through what I needed throughout the day. And it really helped, because I knew I had other people that I could reach out to that were going through the same thing that I was going through. And let me tell you, hypothyroidism, it can really take over your body if you are not doing the proper things that your doctor has recommended for you, because it causes depression, anxiety. It can do organ damage. It can cause diabetes too. I was pre-diabetic. I had congestive heart failure. I was on the verge of possibly having kidney disease. And so my doctor was all like, we need to do something drastic right now. We need to get you a lot better. We need to help you. And I was so glad I went in and had a physical done, because if not, I don't know where I'd be at today.
That's crazy. I would love to hear what the doctor has to say now. That's all.
She is very, very proud of me. I go in and see her on October the 3rd for another thyroid checkup. Crossing my fingers and hoping for good news, because the last time I went in, my TSH levels were high. So she had to knock down my prescription to a lower milligram. So hoping for good news this time around.
That's amazing. That is amazing. I'm sure it will. I mean, it's just crazy, because you've been through the whole thing. You've gone through the whole A to Z that we talk about, where, you're struggling with your mind, believing in yourself, even health issues. Like, you've been through the whole battle, yet you did it. Like you lost your weight. You, like you said the other day, you always wanted to have that body where, you know, someone would look at me like, I want that body. And now you're in that body, you're feeling that way. And it's like, you know, so it's like Celeste said, everybody, you know, go all in on yourself. Like make yourself a priority. You deserve it. Go in on your goals and get it done. Like she did it.
You basically have to be selfish for yourself. You have to be selfish for yourself, because I mean, if you're not going to be selfish for you, who else is going to be?
Yeah. And in turn, it only helps everybody else too when you're at your best. That's amazing. Well, thank you so much, Celeste, for sharing. I really appreciate it. And I hope to those who are watching, like it sparks something in you to just start today for that better tomorrow.